Hi, I'm Szymon and this is Oxygraphia channel dedicated to DTP and prepress. This movie, labeled CYZEN, is available in two languages. EN, two last letters, stands for English, and PL in separate channel stands for Polish. The movie itself is a part of a larger tutorial in which I'm trying to explain in detail how to create a vertical calendar. The board next to me shows where we're at. In the previous movie CYX, I've made a graphical layout. In the movie CYY episode in Excel, I have prepared numbers and text for this vertical calendar. Now I'm about to transfer those contents from Excel to InDesign. There are multiple ways to do that. In this episode, I'll show you a method which relies on adding text prefixes for find and replace in InDesign, so later it can easily search, style, and remove them. There will be also a mention of GREP expression, which is incredibly flexible tool worth having in your trick bag. So let's get to it. Before I will do anything, please be informed that my decimal separator is colon. The numbers are aligned to the right, as you can see. And my list separator is semicolon, which I will be using to separate the arguments in the formulas. Delete. This is how we have left the project in the movie CYYEN, like English. For the detailed explanation, check out that movie. Here I'm going to continue from that point. Let me first quickly demonstrate what we are trying to achieve here. The whole point is to add text prefixes. So later in InDesign we'll be able to search and replace, to search for those prefixes and to replace them with appropriate paragraph styles. Traditionally, holidays in calendars are marked in red. So red number, red day for holidays, and 3 exclamation marks to easily find and locate the descriptions, and black number and black day for regular weekdays. Obviously, you can use any prefixes or suffixes that are to your liking. If you already know how to achieve this result, just skip to the next chapter. Now I'm going to explain it, being as brief as I can. In the column D, you can see the names of the days in Polish. It's a custom formatting, Ctrl+1. For now, Excel displays the days according to regional settings in my Windows, but we are going to have them in English with a formula. Text. I would like to have them written in a full word, so D, 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 D. And again, they are written in Polish, again according to regional settings, so I need to tell Excel to use English country codes. In my cheat sheet, I happen to know that 0409 stands for English country code. Mind you, those are hexadecimals. Take a look, for example, at Croatia, 041A. Those are not decimals, they are hexas. You would use those country codes inside the formula, putting them inside a square bracket, like so. So going back to my text formula, I'm putting US country code inside square brackets. Double-click in a green dot will copy the formula downwards. And now I have the names of the weeks in English. Now I'm going to add the text prefixes. Thanks to column F, I know is it a regular weekday or is it a holiday. So if true, then add the prefix red day, ampersand, which is text join operator. Let me copy the whole thing, but if false, then, and just change a few letters. Here we go. Again, I'm copying the whole formula down, and column D is ready. Now the very same thing in column C. I would like to have my digits in column C preceded with a prefix red number and black number. This method relies on adding distinct prefixes to each columns in C and D. to have a beacon that is easy to find for search and replace later in InDesign. If you follow me, stick to the easy method and in the column C use prefix black number and red number. But in my project here, I will use the same prefixes in C and D columns, and I'm taking this opportunity to later show you in InDesign how GREP expression will allow me to apply distinct paragraph styles in C and D columns, despite the fact that the prefix is the same. So, again, if true or false, if true, add red day. Let me copy the whole thing. Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V, closing bracket, and I'm just changing red to black. Copy down. And lastly, in the fifth column, E, I would like to add some exclamation marks here, or any prefix that you like. I need something to be able to search for those descriptors and apply custom paragraph style in InDesign. So, the formula. Copy down. For the explanation of the formula, please check the CYZEN movie. Alright, it's done. That's all in Excel. Now I will select my text and copy all the necessary content to InDesign. So, selection starts here. To select everything downwards, I'm pressing Ctrl-Shift down. And to scroll the screen to the top of the selection, Ctrl Backspace. And now, in Excel, Ctrl-C to copy. And in a moment, I will be pasting it into InDesign. So, in InDesign, I can see the graphical layout that I have prepared in a previous movie named CYZEN, like English. Now my aim is to create 12 text frames, one text frame on each page. I could draw this text frame 12 times, but I prefer to do it more efficiently. So, I'm creating a new text layer, dedicated especially for the text and numbers, text main. I'm going to parent page, W or normal mode. On my parent page, I'm creating a single text frame. So T or click here, and using my guides, I'm dragging my text frame. I will correct it in a second. It's snapped. Yeah, I felt that. And with black arrow, I'm going to correct the top of the text frame. Yeah, it's in position. I would like to have this text frame to appear on all pages, but not from the parent page, but as a primary text frame, which means the text thread will go through all the pages. So let me convert this text frame to primary frame by clicking here. Click. Notice the icon change here. And then let me reapply this parent page to all 12 pages again. Let me change the view mode, view pages horizontally. This is more manageable. So I'm applying parent A once again to 12 pages. So right click, apply parent to pages, to all pages. Let's check what we have on document pages. Page 1. I have text frame here, which, as you can see, is threaded to the text frame on the second page, on the third, and so on and so on. To view those text threads, go to View, Extras, Show or Hide Text Threads is here. Ctrl-Alt-Y. Now I would like to paste content from Excel here in InDesign, but being sure that the text will paste without formatting. We have two options. First option is here, paste without formatting. Or if you would like to make it a permanent preference, go to Preferences, Clipboard Handling. The default option is all information. But my preference is text only, pure naked text without any formatting. Once again, I'll jump quickly to Excel. I'll make a selection as I have shown previously. Ctrl C on page 1, text frame, paste. So after pasting, we can clearly see that our texts flow through the text thread. By the way, be sure to enable the hidden text preview, type, hide, or show hidden texts. Let's zoom in and take a closer look. This means tabulator. This character means end of paragraph, which is equal to pressing enter. And one more special character, which is on the very end of our text here, end of the thread. I'm going to jump to page 1. And when the January ends here, I would like to split the text by entering the special character break text thread. If my intention would be to do it manually, I would just place my cursor here, and I'm not actually going to do this. I'm just showing you where they are. Type, insert break character, frame break. Click. So February begins on the second page. And this little character means break text frame. Let me undo, so Ctrl Z. I would like to do the same thing automatically for all 12 months. Starting from here, I'm going to search and replace downwards. I'm going to search for this series of text and replace it with, well, you are going to see it in a moment. So Ctrl C, I'm copying to the clipboard. Starting from here, Ctrl F, I could enter those characters from the menu here, like symbols, for example, paragraph, for example, here, or here. I could enter those characters from these menus, but I'm going just to paste. So find this sequence and change to paste again. Frame break, like so. Before I press anything, it is important to notice that I will do my search and replace, and it will work only when the month begins with the regular weekday. I mean black day. So I'm going to repeat the same procedure again with red days, in case the month begins with holidays. From the current position of our cursor, change all, done. And once again, the same thing for red days. Change all. All right, let me verify my frame breaks. January. January ends with tabulator and frame break. Scroll down. February ends with tabulator and frame break. Perfect. March, the same. April, May, and so on and so on. December. On the very end, I'll apply a quick manual edit. Delete, Ctrl 0, and going back to January. The next step is to break text threads. InDesign doesn't provide this option by default, however, there is a smart script for that. In Utilities Scripts, in Community section, Adobe kindly provides the community script break text thread. So click and double-click to run the script. All frames in selected story. I'm checking on all pages one by one. And it seems the script did its job. So back to January. I am almost ready to convert this text into table. However, you might stumble upon a problem. Let me quickly show you what I mean. So I'm selecting the text in this text frame, converting into table, and the problem I'm referring to is in the last line. To avoid cleaning the additional last row, let me undo Ctrl Z. Before we convert those texts into tables, we need to find and remove the character frame break, because at this point is completely unnecessary. So once again, find and replace. Ctrl F. Find frame breaks, change to nothing, which means remove them. And mind you, not in a story, which means in the current text frame. Only in this particular text frame? No, I would like to perform this search and replace in all the text threads in my document. That's why I'm changing it to document. Change all. 11 replacements made. Perfect. Scroll down. This is February, March, April, and so on and so on. Now all the text frames are ending with the hash sign. I'm going back to January, Ctrl A, and now I'm converting it into table. As you can see, the last abundant row did not appear. Ctrl Z. As some of you might want to use this technique not on 12 but on 1200 pages, we need a little automation here. Let me present to you what I'm aiming at by scripting, so you'll know what to expect. And when I'm done with this short presentation, I will undo these demo edits with the command file revert. It will return the state of the project to the one that we are looking right now. First, I will define styles. Table style named TS, and to make sure it's not hierarchical, based on no table style. And also I will need a cell style named CS based on none. I would like to link them. So this cell style will be used in the table style here. Body rows will use the CS cell style. And now to select all the text inside the text frame by Ctrl A, and then table, convert text to table. Using table style TS. You may wonder, why overcomplicate things with some script, while we have all the tables with styles applied on them? Well, there are some commands and attributes which styles do not contain. A style is unable to issue the command distribute the rows evenly, and for that matter, the style is also unable to remember and apply the column widths. One more detail. Let me turn off the layers so the thing becomes more visible. The table styled TS has applied some default black strokes. The thing is, in the script, the width of the stroke will be taken into account when issuing the command distribute rows evenly, so the calculation of rows heights will include those strokes. Meanwhile, to avoid this miscalculation, I'm setting strokes to zeros, so cell style, strokes and fills, 0, preview. Now you can see what I mean. This is the actual dimension of the table I felt when it snapped. And upper left corner, it's fine there. Ctrl 0. So those are the steps I'm trying to automate. As planned, I'm reverting the job. File, revert. So now to the script. If you don't have the script panel open, you can find it here. The scripts are actually text files that are kept inside the user folder. Let's open its actual location on a disk. Let me extend the window so you could see the full path, if you prefer to navigate manually. Yeah, that's all. Bear in mind that if you have multiple versions of Creative Suite installed, you need to make sure that you are in the correct folder. So script panel is here. inside this folder, just create a text file change the file extension to JSX, open the text file, and paste the script. You can find it in the description below. I'm fully aware that this wall of text might look unreadable to you, but let me encourage you to take this opportunity to say hello to JavaScripting, and you will see, well, it takes some practice to write, but it's actually not that difficult to read. For syntax highlighting, you might want to use a code editor. For example, Visual Studio Code or the Notepad++. I'm opening the new Notepad++, and before you paste the code, make sure the language is set to JavaScript. Paste the code here, and it will be much easier to read with full syntax highlighting. I'm going to skip the explanation of the script to make this video shorter, but if you feel like investing your time in automation might be beneficial, or the script doesn't run properly and you need to tweak it, take a guided tour and look for the video CY2EN, where I'm doing the code breakdown, fully explaining each section. Now, I'm just saving the code. The script will apply all the operations that I have just explained to all pages of the document. Before I run the script, 2 remarks. First, the script will expect only one text frame on active layer, meaning one object on one page. We do have that. Second, I made the script to consider only unlocked layers, so I need to lock all layers like so before running the script. All layers except text main. Let me show you what would happen if I forget that. Run script. It breaks down. Do remember to lock all those layers and then run the script. So, January, February, and so on and so on. It automatically converted all those text frames into tables, changed the dimensions of the tables to fill the whole text frames, and then automatically distributed the row heights. Perfect. The next step is to apply paragraph styles. Let's consider the first column here. And let's forget about all those prefixes, because soon we will remove them. Digits alone, that's what's important. My goal is to have a paragraph style that will be able to modify the font of the numbers on all 12 pages. But some digits will be black, and some digits, as holidays, they will be red. It's a bad idea to apply 2 separate styles, one for blacks and one for reds, because then I'll be forced to make the same modifications consistently to both styles. The better idea is to use hierarchical styles. Let me explain on this simple example. I have 3 paragraph styles here. They are working together in a parent-child relationship, meaning that any change made to the parent propagates to its children, but any change made to one of its children does not affect nor the parent nor the sibling styles. The hierarchy is controlled here on the general page of the paragraph style definition. Based on determines whether this style is on its own or rather it's a child and should follow changes made to the other parent. So my point is, if the only difference between the parent and number black and number red is color, then let me apply the colors to children's styles and not to anything else. Alright, so let's get back to the main document. Now the definition of paragraph styles. I need 3 paragraph styles. Number, number red, which will be the child of NR paragraph style, NR black, which will be the child of number parent paragraph style. I am not setting detailed attributes of these paragraph styles. There will be time for that later, maybe except the color. I want the NR red paragraph style to be red. I think it's a good idea to make some cleaning on swatches palette. Select all unused. Remove. That's the only one we are using. Don't bother with the square brackets, they are necessary there. And now we are ready for our find and replace. Ctrl F, prefix black day, and change the formatting to paragraph style number black. That's an important moment to notice that we are applying a paragraph style, not a character style. The character style, which I'm not using, would be applied from one letter through the whole chain of letters, ending with other letters, so from one letter to the other. But paragraph style is applied to the whole paragraph, meaning from one enter, return character to the other, from one return to other returns. So my find and replace will apply paragraph styles not only to those letters. This is how character style would behave. No, I'm applying a paragraph style from one enter to other enter. Change all. And once again, for red days, apply the paragraph style number red. At this point, I have the paragraph styles applied to numbers and names of the days. All I need is to change the style NR, for example, to change the font, or maybe to change the case, or to align them to the center. As you can see, I have them all under control. But maybe you would like to add one distinct style to the numbers in the first column and some other styles to the names of the days. In that case, there are two options. First option would be to go back to Excel and modify our prefixes so there are different prefixes in C and in D column. For example, not red day but red number, for example, and not black day but black number. Copy down. And this is the first option, but actually we don't need to do anything from the beginning. Even now we have the other option, to use the power of GREP expressions. Let me reverse the job to the last safe state. I would like to find and replace black day followed by any digit. It doesn't matter if there is one digit or two digits after the text. So I would like to use GREP expression to find the word black day, one or two digits, and replace it with black number. So Ctrl F, clear all, and then I'm going to grep find what? Find the word black day, and then I would like to enter digits. So backward slash, however you call it, D means digit. How many of them? In curly brackets, one or more. This expression would match the word black day followed by one or more digits. But I would like to change it to black number. Therefore, I need to modify this expression. I need to apply grouping. Groups are the feature of grep expressions, and we can apply them by brackets. This is the first group here, and the second group starts and ends here. So we have two groups. Change to. I could write black number and then the content of the second group. Yes, I could do that. So let's follow this to the end so you can see the effect. So change to black number and then the content of the second group will be $2. Change to those letters and then the second group. Let me show you what it does. Change all. I could replace the very same thing once again, find red day and change to red number. And thanks to GREP expressions, now we have distinct prefixes in first and in the second column. But wait, if GREP expression can target first column so effectively, why not use it to apply the paragraph styles all in one go? Let me undo what I have just done. So Ctrl Z, and once again Ctrl F. I would like to have just the content of the second group, $2. So as a result, I will have only that. And then, in one go, apply the formatting, paragraph style, red number. Change all. The same thing for black day. And apply the paragraph style NR black. Change all. You might wonder, if we have GREP expressions, why use these prefixes at all? Let me ask you back, isn't it good to have an option? When you will encounter a project that is way more complex than this, then just pick the method that is appropriate to the task at hand. Let me deal with the second column. For that, I need to define style. Paragraph styles, let me group those three styles here. First group, let me rename it. I need three more styles for the names of the week. I will call it the name. It will be a parent, so based on no paragraph style. Then name red, based on name. Name black, based on name. I'll just quickly apply the correct colors. So name red should use the red swatch, and name black should use the black swatch. Perfect. Let me group them and name the group. And now find and replace. Ctrl F. I'm clearing the GREP expression because actually I don't need it anymore. Find black day, and wherever it occurs, apply black name. And the same thing for red day. Let me clean up the second column, so let me remove black day and red day. Red day, change to nothing. And black day, change to nothing. Now I have both columns, first and second, styled with different styles, so let's make a use of that. Numbers. And names of the weeks. Please do notice that when I'm modifying those styles, I'm not touching the sub-styles, those children. I'm not touching children styles, I'm only modifying the parent styles. Cell style CS. Vertical alignment, align center. And I think I'll be needing another style for the names of the holidays. So one more style. Holiday names, for example, based on nothing. Do you remember? We have 3 exclamation marks just for this purpose. Ctrl F. Find 3 exclamation marks. Holiday names. Change all. And then remove them. I'm not going to spend too much time playing with fonts here. However, one last thing I would like to do is to apply a grayish fill every second row of these tables. I'm doing it in table style, which is applied to all pages. Fills. Alternating pattern. Skip first one row. 20% black. 10% should be safe in offset. I wouldn't dare to go below, let's say, 6% because it is the edge of what offset printing can do. But if you would like to achieve a lighter tint, this is the moment where you could consider introducing a fifth special Pantone color dedicated to this alternating pattern, but obviously this option will be more costly. All right, so I think we are done in InDesign. Ctrl 0, and this is how it looks like in the end. Having the project finally ready, please allow me to mention that it cost me a tremendous amount of work preparing this material for you. I hope you did pick something valuable from this movie. And if you are in the mood of saying thank you, please upvote the movie, share with your friends, or if you are in the mood of saying bigger thank you, you can always buy me coffee in Buy Coffee too. Thanks in advance. If you have any ideas for me for other movies, leave them in the comments or upvote ideas of other users. If you know any other way to do it faster, write everything in the comments. Or maybe you have questions. I'll do my best to answer them. Bye and see you in another movie. Would you like to learn more? Let's meet at a live online training. It is possible to be prepared for an online training, so it has the same value as traditional stationary course. How? Visit oxygraphia.com, where in addition to practical organizational advice, you will find also the detailed training programs and support in the area of handling graphical applications, design print preparation, and more. See you at the training!